Alright, just shooting a quick video, some tips and tricks for cooling fan non-operational on a 2002 Chevy Cavalier. Probably similar up to, I don't know, 07, 08. I don't really know much about these things. So the cooling fan right here should come on when you turn on the AC, regardless. So coming over here just to do some electrical homework here. Cooling fan, heater, blower, you can swap these two relays, kind of eliminate the relay as the culprit. But if you come over here, you see the it shows 85, 86 and 30, 87. 30, 87 is the computer control side, 85, 86 is the load side of the relay. So that actually goes down to the fan. And you'd think, the way this is written, the way the pins are, it would be this side and this side. Well, that's not the case. You got to look at the bottom of the relay and see that 85 and 86 are diagonally across from each other, and 30 and 87 are diagonally across from each other. So basically what that means is this should have 12 volts, and then this is 12 volts down to the fan. So you can, if you have a power probe, just send 12 volts here and shoot it down there, and that should turn the fan on. And if it doesn't, then you either have a if you don't see 12 volts here, that means there's a fuse possibly that's broken. You got to look further, or there's a broken wire. If you send 12 volts on this side down to the fan and the fan still doesn't turn on, that still means that there could be a broken wire to the fan, or that the fan's actually dead. But if you send 12 volts down there and the fan turns on, then you know the fan isn't the problem. Moving on, once you determine that the fan is the problem, you can, if you want to be extra, you can send 12 volts right here to the fan wire and see if the fan turns on, or you unplug it and see if you're getting 12 volts to the plug, and then you would know, okay, I'm getting 12 volts to the plug, then the fan's bad. When it comes to actually replacing the fan, you have to loosen up this bolt and this bolt, and most likely these two bolts here. This kind of loosens up. You don't necessarily have to take this out, but taking this off helps give you a little bit more room. You need to remove this plug here. There's a safety plug, so you got to undo that and then actually remove the pin. These blue, leave those alone, just that right there. And then you got to undo, this is your hood latch. You got to undo, I got to push that back in, I forgot to do that. But you can kind of flip this up, and if you want this all the way out, which I wouldn't recommend you do, but you can do it. There's like a 13 down there, and there's a 13 down there, and you have to take them off down there because these bars are welded to this, and then you kind of gotta shimmy this all the way over and flip it up out of your way. But basically you need to pull this radiator forward a little bit, so then the fan has like a lip, plastic lip that comes up and over and lands here on this upper tray, but that happens like right here. So you need to pull this forward a little bit to be able to move that off. Then the other tricky thing that I found to be a little infuriating, let me get light. Here it is. Okay, so that right there, you would think, the way this is all designed, it almost looks like the whole radiator fan just slides to the right or left, whatever way you're looking at this, but it doesn't. You actually need to open the top of this and pull this up, because that clip down there I'm not going to get a good view, can tell already, but you need to pull, the whole fan needs to come up to come off that mount down there. And the fan comes out the bottom also, so you got to jack the car up at least a little bit. And so underneath the car, there's your electrical plug right there. Sorry for the glare. And then you need to pull that out. There's a 10 mil right here you got to get out, but moving the harness helps you out there. Then you also need to undo this bolt completely and just loosen that. That'll allow this to drop out. But the fan comes out completely from the bottom. You can't come out any other way with it. So and then there's just a plastic shroud right here. It comes out with like 6 clips. But that's kind of some tips and tricks and quick overview of what it takes to replace the fan. I just replaced the actual fan motor. I didn't replace the blade or the actual housing. It was like half the cost to just get that motor and to replace it that way. But that should help you out if you have to do this job, and hope that helps.